little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair on your chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. Here's Johnny.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining up in Grand Theft Auto 5. We've talked a lot about the many different faces of Trevor here at the channel, but there's none more notorious than Jack from The Shining. That was a clip where he busted down the door with the axe and said the famous line, "Here's Johnny." Well, coincidentally, that character is represented within GTA 5 through Trevor. You can make him look exactly like Jack. Even the jacket he's wearing right now is called the Overlook Jacket. The name of the hotel that they stay at in The Shining is the Overlook Hotel, and it even features a hedge maze. That is a must-watch if you guys haven't seen it yet. It is definitely the perfect time of year, not just because of the storyline, but it's because of the mastermind behind the movie itself, Stanley Kubrick. That is a person who's been represented within Grand Theft Auto for a while. There's been a ton of secrets and Easter eggs, and it all seems to be culminating not just to Trevor, but the GTA 5 Chiliad mystery. Thanks again for joining up. This is definitely going to be a very trippy episode. I have to give a special shout out to Karma Ingram. He's a must follow on Twitter if you're a member of the Chiliad and GTA community. I'll have a link in the description. So definitely show him some love and hit me up on Twitter if you guys have any information about possible secrets leading to Stanley Kubrick, not only in Grand Theft Auto 5, but the entire GTA series, guys. It seems like they really are paying homage to him. This game is set in a recreation of Hollywood, and Stanley Kubrick is definitely one of the most influential members of Hollywood that you could ever name, guys. Another Kubrick film that's portrayed through Trevor is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Check out the poster, once again starring Jack Nicholson. He has the same exact beanie that Trevor has on right now. Strangely, the only beanie that Trevor has available to him. But I'm telling you guys, it is not just here in Grand Theft Auto 5. This goes way back, including some special edition collectibles that are geared towards Kubrick. These are Kubrick Special Edition Grand Theft Auto 3 toys, and they also have some for GTA Vice City, as well as Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So why would they name their toys after Stanley Kubrick? Of course, they are trying to be like Lego, so instead of Lego or blocks, they are Kubricks. But still, it's pretty interesting that these rare toys are all paying homage to Stanley Kubrick. Here's the box. Man, they look awesome. I have to buy these for myself. You get the Tommy Vercetti. Who is that? Maybe Candy Sucks. Lance Vance. They are all there. The entire Vice City Kubrick set. It's cool to see that they had some stuff towards Kubrick in that original trilogy. But what kind of stuff do they have in the HD games, talking about both Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5? Here's a quick look at the San Andreas box. You can see Kubrick right there on the top. Seems like Rockstar seems to be a little bit obsessed with Stanley Kubrick, but considering he's a freaking genius, I don't blame him. He's also behind one of the most popular war movies of all time, Full Metal Jacket. That's like two movies in one. You watch the characters go through training, and then they eventually get sent into war. There's an Easter egg to Full Metal Jacket in Grand Theft Auto Online. You have this helmet that says Born to Serve. That is ripped straight from the movie. But the most influential Stanley Kubrick movie of all time has to be 2001: A Space Odyssey, and there's a lot of roots from that movie, which is involved in the abductions and the alien activity here in Grand Theft Auto 5. So 2001: A Space Odyssey starts off with the dawn of man. You have these monkeys who basically can't defend themselves. They're getting killed off from other animals. They can't fight against the other monkey tribes who have all the water until they find a mysterious monolith. All the monkeys circle around the monolith, and somehow it gives them the ability, I guess, to learn. They find out that they can use the bones of dead animals to fight against everything else. And I think it shows you that this is pretty much how evolution starts, with a mysterious monolith. You guys probably remember the mission Did Somebody Say Yoga? That's where Michael gets abducted. But before he does, he is surrounded by monkeys that are acting a lot like the ones from the movie Who Find the Monolith. That mission is a big reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey, because just like the monkeys, who are somehow enlightened by the monolith, Michael is enlightened by the aliens. Eventually, it's in space. You have astronauts on board a space station, and they're dealing with an artificial intelligence named Hal. It is supposed to be perfect, never wrong, even though it seems to be giving them some faulty information. So they're not sure if they should shut down Hal or exactly what to do. They go into a pod to talk about it, but little do they know that Hal can read their lips. This leads to disaster as Hal traps them outside of the space station. They don't know what to do. Hal's killing off the other members that I believe are asleep or something like that, in hypersleep. Eventually, they have to shut down Hal. It's pretty crazy, but they find out that the monolith is on board the ship. So this leads to a very trippy sequence. You can see this guy is for some reason put through these crazy visuals, and I guess he is enlightened just like everything else. Here's the cutscene where Michael is abducted. Keep in mind, this is the only time we actually see an abduction in the game. We do hear about others, including Omega, who said he was abducted and then able to escape the UFO. So does that mean that he was enlightened, just like Michael is about to be in this cutscene? So he's taken up into the UFO. You have that green sphere up there. There's the aliens. They look a lot like xenomorphs to me. But once they're done doing whatever they are to him, he's sent back to Earth in a very trippy visual, a lot like we see in the movie. There's also a lot of talk about time travel in Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, if you watch 2001: A Space Odyssey, it's pretty weird how many things they actually predict correct. It looks like there's iPads, there's Skype, and there's a bunch that leads us to believe that maybe Stanley Kubrick is a time jumper. Probably not, but it is pretty cool how he predicted so many things correct. It shows you how much of a genius he really is, and that is exactly why Rockstar is representing him, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and a lot more in Grand Theft Auto 5, including here in this mission. At the very end, it shows off these circles, and then it zooms out through Michael's eye. Well, that is very similar to what happens at the end of the movie as well. So the end of his trip out just cycles through a bunch of weird visuals, eventually transforming into an eye. That eye just goes through a bunch of colors until eventually it just turns into his eye and goes through with a very cryptic ending. You see a baby looking at Earth. All of this movie may have led to a very, very interesting project for Stanley Kubrick, as some people believe that he is behind the fake moon landing. You heard that right. Some people believe that the moon landing was faked and it was all filmed by Stanley Kubrick. And that could make sense. I mean, how come we haven't been back to the moon ever since? I want to see a live moon landing. They can stream it right here on YouTube. That would be pretty epic. Hopefully one day. But maybe it's impossible, and Kubrick just fooled everyone. Here's one of the biggest secrets from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Tommy is at the movie studios. Notice the UFO in the background. One of the stages has the fake moon landing set. So does Rockstar know about the fake moon landing? They put so many references to Stanley Kubrick in Grand Theft Auto, and this could be the biggest Easter egg of all. Another secret in the game is that you can shoot the moon to make it bigger. So not only do they have the fake moon Easter egg, they also have just a completely fake moon. Perhaps the Grand Theft Auto moon is fake. It's just a hologram, guys. So why has Rockstar went so far out of their way to represent Stanley Kubrick? It seems to be a mystery throughout Grand Theft Auto, all leading us to Trevor. So is Trevor the one behind the Chiliad mystery? The biggest Easter egg in the game seems to be UFOs, and I have a feeling that Kubrick and Trevor is definitely involved. Guys, let me know if you have any more references, any secrets that point towards Stanley Kubrick. I have a lot more to point out. Thanks again for joining up. Much love to Karma Ingram and everyone else in the Chiliad mystery community. It shows you there's a lot more to discover in Grand Theft Auto 5. Stay tuned here to Trippy Commentaries, because we definitely have plenty to show off, guys. Take that! The true mass murderer in GTA 5, Trevor motherfucking Phillips. Help out by hitting the like button, hit the notification button as well, so that way you do not miss our upcoming Chiliad mystery live streams. But more importantly, guys, as always, make sure to stay motherfucking trippy, my friends.